I documented all of my workouts after my reconstruction surgery where tissue expanders were swapped out for implants. This video covers all the exercises that I did in the first 6 weeks after surgery. You can use these as a reference to figure out how you want to introduce exercises back into your routine. Hi, I'm Erica. I'm a breast cancer thriver and a chiropractor. Some of the movements were easier after my second surgery, and some were actually harder. My healing post-surgery was easier and quicker, as the exchange surgery isn't quite as invasive as compared to the mastectomy. But at the same time, I was weaker going into that reconstruction surgery, and I was dealing with a bunch of side effects, mostly from radiation fibrosis. For me, this resulted in shoulder pain and reduced shoulder motion, weakness, and lymphedema. Lots of fun things to experience. So leading up to surgery, I was modifying exercises, and there were a number of them that I actually avoided completely for quite a few months. Anything that activated my lat muscles, so things like pull-ups and deadlifts, and doing movements with a front rack position of a barbell, so things like front squats and cleans, as these types of movements require more shoulder motion. And I also avoided overhead movements like pressing and sometimes snatching. After surgery, I was more cautious with chest exercises. My implants were placed under the muscle, and I was just more cognizant of not wanting to compromise my reconstruction in any way. Having said all that, there were some movements that I introduced earlier after my second surgery, as I had a much better idea of what to expect after surgery. I made 2 videos for my workouts after my double mastectomy if you want more detail for that stage. I followed the same guidelines that I did after my double mastectomy to ensure the exercises were safe at each stage. The exercises needed to be 100% pain-free. There couldn't be any pulling or tugging at the incisions. And remember, there's the external incisions that you can see, but there's also internal incisions that you can't see. No swelling or redness, as these can be signs of inflammation, and no activation of my chest muscles for at least several weeks. These exercises were in addition to the daily rehab exercises post-surgery and not in place of them. Keep in mind that this exercise timeline was right for me, but may not be right for you. Check with your healthcare team, as I'm sure they'll have more restrictions in place. For the day after my surgery, I went on our stationary bike at home and did 30 minutes easy. There was no tension on the bike at all, and the idea was just to get a bit of movement post-surgery. By day 3 post-surgery, my body was getting really stiff, and I knew I'd feel better if I was doing more than just my shoulder rehab exercises. For lower body, I did split squats where your back foot is up on a bench. I used my body weight only, so no weights for this one. I did calf raises, and this one was also without any weight. And I also did machines at the gym, seated hamstring curls, and leg extensions. These were great to do at this stage because obviously there's no upper body involvement at all. At 4 days post-surgery, I introduced a few upper body exercises. I did bicep curls with 5 pounds and then increased that weight to 8 pounds. Then I did tricep kickbacks with 3 pounds. This was a great movement early on as there wasn't any activation in my chest muscles. I did shoulder extension with 3 pounds, and then I used the same weight for shoulder press. I started with half the range of motion and then progressed to 3/4 of the range of motion. I tried a row with a really light band, but it was pretty clear at this stage that I wasn't even ready for that resistance. So I switched to a flat band, and that was also a really light resistance, but even lighter than the other one, and that felt fine. I introduced some more lower body exercises like body weight squats, and this felt great because I found that my low back was getting pretty stiff by not moving as much as I normally do. Then I did a 1-leg lever with 5-pound dumbbells and step up with 8-pound dumbbells. And for both of these exercises, I carried the weight at my side, which is pretty easy for the shoulders. For week 2 upper body exercises, I increased the weight for bicep curls to 10 pounds and then 15 pounds. For shoulder press, I continued with 3/4 of the range of motion, but increased the weight from 5 pounds to 8 pounds and then 10 pounds. I added a lat pull down using a light resistance band at first, and then a cable machine at the gym, starting with the weight at 2, so pretty light. I tried an overhead tricep extension with 5 pounds and also a tricep cable press down with 8 pounds. I did a row with a TRX. I was pretty conservative with how far out my feet were, so I purposely made this pretty easy. I did quite a few lower body exercises this week, as again, there aren't really any cautions with these. I did a 1-leg hip thrust. I tried good mornings with a thick green band, ensuring that the band didn't lie right over my breast area, but just to the side. I added reverse lunges with 8-pound dumbbells and step-ups with 10 pounds. I had the weight at my side for both of these movements. Then I did walking lunges with 15-pound dumbbells, again with the weights at my side. For more unilateral movements, I did split squats, this time with weight, so 15 pounds, and then a 1-leg lever, also with the same weight. For core, I did dead bugs with my legs only. I didn't feel right adding in my arms at this stage, as it would activate my chest muscles too much. For week 3 upper body, I did a combination movement of bicep curl and shoulder press with 12-pound dumbbells. For the TRX row, I did this with a slightly steeper angle to make it harder, and then I also did rows with a band that had more resistance, which I couldn't do 2 weeks prior. For lower body, I did a forward lunge onto a plate with 15-pound dumbbells. I added in deadlifts with 45 pounds and a split stance deadlift with a 35-pound bar. I did a 1-leg hamstring raise as a body weight exercise. Working similar muscles, I did back squats at 95 pounds from a rack. My shoulder felt okay holding this position with a bar behind my head. And because this movement was from the rack, I didn't need to think about getting the weight from the floor up to my shoulders and behind my neck to do this exercise. For core, I introduced hollow rocks. I usually do these with my arms up overhead, but I kept my arms down at my side. For week 4, I did thrusters, which is a combination movement of a squat and a shoulder press. This was with 15-pound dumbbells, and then I progressed to 20 pounds. I tried the row machine, nice and easy, but I actually felt some discomfort at this stage, so I stopped. I tried again a few days later, and it actually felt fine, so I did a few intervals. I did bent over rows with 12 pounds and lateral raises with 5 pounds. I continued with the lat pull down machine and added a close grip variation. For lower body, I did calf raises with 15 pounds in each hand. I did 1-arm overhead walking lunges with 10 pounds. This actually felt better than it did after my first surgery, as my cording symptoms were reduced after my exchange surgery. I increased the weight on a few lower body exercises. Deadlifts with 55 pounds, reverse lunges with 15 pounds, and step-ups also with 15 pounds. For core, I added in V-ups and ab mat sit-ups. I typically use my arms for both of these movements, but just kept them by my side at this stage. I also did planks on my knees, holding for about 30 seconds. If this video has been helpful so far, hit that like button to let me know. For week 5 upper body, I did something called pike handstand push-ups with my feet on the ground. The goal is eventually to work my way back to getting full handstand push-ups, and who knows how long this is going to take. I did the 35-pound bar for bicep curls and shoulder press with 45 pounds. For lower body, I did back extensions with my abdominal area resting on a ball. I did a few deadlift movements. One was with a 45-pound kettlebell, and then I also did split stance deadlifts with 20-pound dumbbells. I added in overhead squats with a 35-pound bar. My shoulder motion was pretty good at this stage, so I didn't have any issues with this movement. For core, I added in Superman rocks and just kept my arms by my side rather than having my arms up overhead. For week 6 upper body, I tried incline chest press with 3 pounds, and I did about 20 reps of this. I also did a 1-arm snatch with 15 pounds, and both of these movements felt pretty easy. I continued on with the row machine and was able to pull harder at this stage as compared to when I was doing it before. For lower body, I increased the weight on my back squats from the rack. For core, I did a side plank variation where the bottom knee is on the ground and then you raise and lower the top leg. There is some activation and stability required in the shoulder to hold this position, but it felt fine at this stage. I also did hollow rocks, but this time I added in my arms up overhead. Once I create the video for the exercises in week 7 to 12 after surgery, that'll be up next. Wherever you are in your recovery journey, keep active and see you next time.